Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. Okay, on the screen here we have Dorinda Medley from Bravo, Housewives of New York, the one prior, not the new one. So, they've got this on YouTube, the show, and it shows houses. This is a picture of her at Bluestone Manor, and I did the video. Remember a while ago, I did the video about my friend, her husband passing, and have conversation and just speaking about the person, good things. And then the man that came up with, "Oh, I'm glad I pay my child support," and it's like, in my mind, also when your time comes, that'll be the eulogy. He paid his child support. Well, give this guy a gold star. He deserves a gold star. Bravo! Ooh. Yeah, like you're really doing something. That's like hashtag totally. That's just average. That's the norm. Big whoop. Okay. So I'm like, for a person to say that, I find it very disturbing. So you think if something would have happened to you, that's going to be the big deal, is that he paid his child support. Like you're really doing something really great. And that's just the norm. I mean, you put a child here, so that's your DNA, sir, your responsibility. Okay. So I want you to listen to what she said. I find it very interesting. I'm going to play it twice. I want you to listen to what she said happened. So, Bluestone Manor, you've seen it before if you watched the show, The Real Housewives of New York City. Again, not the current season because they've got like a whole new total crew, okay? It's the old crew, you know. She's been on there a long time, with, the chicken. What the other chicks? Ramona on the show. Ebony Williams, love her. Um, she's been on the show quite a bit. So listen to what she says about Bluestone Manor. Okay? So you think about a man, like he was saying, he paid his child support. So when you're gone, you want someone to speak kind words of you. But bro, like to any man, what did you within your life? What did you do? So listen to this. Speaks volumes. Here we go.
Italy to work with a team to help build the house. And then my grandfather, who also was a mason, worked on the house. And when I was growing up, I used to come to this house and just look up and think, oh my God, I would love to own this house. And it wasn't called anything at the time. And I used to say to my dad, one day I'm going to grow up and you and mommy are going to live here and I'm never going to leave you. And so that kind of was my fantasy as a young girl, growing up in Great Barrington. And then about 6 months before I married my late husband, Richard Medley, he bought it for me as a wedding gift because he knew that it meant so much to me. He knew that.
What? Rewind. Rewind. Here we go. One more time.
Just look up and think, oh my God, I would love to own this house. And it wasn't called anything at the time. And I used to say to my dad, one day I'm going to grow up and you and mommy are going to live here and I'm never going to leave you. And so that kind of was my fantasy as a young girl, growing up in Great Barrington. And then about 6 months before I married my late husband, Richard Medley, he bought it for me as a wedding gift because he knew that it meant so much to me. He knew that the Berkshires meant so much to me. And you know what? Richard's not here, but the house lives on. When Richard surprised me and brought me to what is now Bluestone Manor, there actually wasn't a gate like there is now. And he just started driving up the driveway. I was like, oh my God, we're going to the house I love in the Berkshires. We were obviously engaged. And he started driving up the driveway. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? I mean, we can't drive. He's like, sure you can. It's your house. And I said, what do you mean it's my house? He's like, well, you always love the house. It's part of your childhood. You love the Berkshires. I want you to be close to your family. I want our family to be close to the Berkshires. I remember thinking about it as such a beautiful moment because I always, when I think about love and I think about commitment and I think about building a family, I think the biggest part of it is when people do kind things for you, things that make you feel safe, things that bring you together, and things that show you that you have a future together. So for me, it was, is, and will always be a very special place for me. And that's why we have a beautiful old 100-year-old tree in the back that is a tribute to Richard, that every year on his birthday we go and place some more flowers on and decorate it a little bit more. So Richard's here. Okay, he may not be here physically, but believe me, he's wandering around somewhere here. Hopefully saying I'm doing a good job. I'm making it nice, right?
She's still talking about Richard. That's part of his legacy. That's part of the legacy. But oh boy, that's why I pay my child support. Ooh, big whoop.
Love the Berkshires. I want you to be close to your family. I want our family to be close to the Berkshires. I remember thinking about it as such a beautiful moment because I always, when I think about love and I think about commitment and I think about building a family, I think the biggest
Love, commitment, building a family.
part of it is when people do kind things for you, things that make you feel safe.
People do kind things for you, things that make you feel safe, like not 50-50, things that make you feel safe, to buy you a house, a place to live. People doing kind things for you, not 50-50, not moving in with a duffel bag or 3 trash bags, having to borrow your car, your credit cards, your debit card, your resources.
Things that bring you together.
Things that bring you together is love and security. Oh, we love each other, but I don't know if we're going to eat tonight. That's not security, and that can bring a wedge. Jeepers, poverty can bring people apart. And then you might become the angry black woman. Maybe you're a victim of your circumstances. Maybe that's what your community created. The man in your life. Is that what he created?
And things that show you that you have a future together. So
Things that share a future together, not a fatherless home, not abandoning you when you have carried a man's seed. Or you say, hey, I'm pregnant. And then he's like totally gone. So we kind of know, sounds like we don't have a future.
for me, it was, is, and will always be a very special place for me.
And so she's still talking about her husband. And every year they'll go outside to that tree, and do a little celebration for his birthday.
And worked on the house. And when I was growing up, I used to come to this house and just look up and think, oh my God, I would love to own this house. And it wasn't called anything at the time. And I used to say to my dad, one day I'm going to grow up and you and mommy are going to live here and I'm never going to leave you. And so that kind of was my fantasy as a young girl, growing up in Great Barrington. And then about 6 months before I married my late husband, Richard Medley, he bought it for me as a wedding gift because
He bought the house for her as a wedding gift. He's been deceased. She's still speaking about him fondly. You think marriages don't have their ups and downs? Like baby mama Linda's a bed of roses. Of course, relationships too. Her memories of her husband, the actions, the things that he does. The memory of my best friend's husband. He was a friend of me as well. I mean, you're visiting, just the man took care of things. If your husband's not around, don't worry. Something happens, he's there. He'll take care of you. He'll help you out. Oh, I the meat to air and a tire. He's got it. Simple things. Oh, it's inclement weather. You might want to stay here. Not a problem. That's why I say the things that I say about him. That's why she says it. And then for the youngster to come up, because that's why I pay my child support. Oh my gosh. You are like a bargain basement buddy. Yeah, we know what's in the basement, like the cheaper things, like all the nice things are upstairs, most of the time. And like, oh yeah, the basement, yeah, nickety knackety. Not really valuable. Unbelievable. So I wanted you just to hear that. And she speaks about her husband and what she does, yada yada. His birthday, do a celebration. She talks about that tree. She's talked about it on the show. She's still talking about him. He did what? 6 months before they were married, he got her a wedding gift and he bought her that house. Yeah. Bought her that house. So I'm not saying everybody can afford. I mean, I didn't get a house for a wedding gift. No, I did not. But I want you to know that's just an example, of actions speak louder than words. So it surprises me when these men who are just like a bargain basement buddy or basement at best, and some of them are doing nothing, then if something happens, do you really think someone is going to come and speak some words of honor about how wonderful you were? He paid his child support. Well, let's see. He was a baby daddy and he created a fatherless home, didn't raise the children, had so many baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? You would expect some honor. Well, let's see. You got married, had kids, and everything was 50-50. Oh, wow. You think that's something. It was 50-50. Huh? Was it 50-50 on on that childbirth, on the pain? Was it 50-50 on that swollen feet, belly getting big, weight, all that weight gain? Was it 50-50 on that? Was it 50-50 on those chores? Cooking and cleaning, picking up the kids and raising them. Oh, Megan's got to go play. She wants to be a ballerina. Oh, guess what? What? Well, TT, let's see. Jamal, he wants to play baseball. All that rushing, dry cleaners. We got people coming over for dinner. Oh, for the holidays. Was all that work 50-50 when you look at the responsibility of raising a family? Let alone, how dare you leave a woman with your seed to fend for herself, the lowest of the low. Lowest of the low. I, you leave a woman to fend for a child by herself. I wish I could. Wishing the cornfields. So yeah, so some of these men, they want some honor when you're just a bargain basement buddy, and you really ain't no bargain, but they think they're doing some. I paid my child support. Take him downstairs. What bargain basement buddy? Oh, he fed his child. Well, look at that. So yeah. And you wonder why she's speaking about her husband, because that man has been a provider for her. He bought her that house. Some of these dusters can't even buy a dozen box of donuts. As I said before, said again, can't even take you on a shopping spree at the Dollar Tree. So yeah, I just want you to see that it's a good example. You think you want someone to speak words about you, however, when you're just you're doing the average. You're not doing anything spectacular. Nothing to say, hey, you're a great man. You're just basic. Don't let these bargain basement buddies into your life. Again, they're only a bargain to themselves because they do basic things like, I bought my child some shoes. My child was hungry and I bought a Happy Meal. Well, look at you, bargain basement buddy, you. Bye bye. But yeah, so I wanted to just show you that. So you wonder why some people feel away about certain people. When a person passes on, it's heartbreaking, it's sad, and they have good things to say about them. It's what the person did when they were alive. You understand? It's what you do. So the men with these fatherless homes and creating baby mamas, they may have a wife and a baby mama. What do you expect? How can you really handle two different homes? That's something else. And ladies, you marry a man that's a baby mama, it's going to have some challengings with it. Oh, I know a woman. It's going to have some challenges. That's a different video. So yeah, let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Love you, and I'm out. Again, 2023, we're going to remain dust free, no bargain basement buddies. We do not need any $50 billion liability barnyards in your life. You know why? You deserve better. And guess what? Don't forget, know your worth, because you are truly worth it. And I'm out. Love ya.